G'day friends, it's Vickywright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome to our live. Just bear with me until I get everything straight. I think that's straight. So today we're going to be creating this card, which is what we created in our Create and Chat class on Monday. But because I very rarely create the same card twice, I thought we might create the same card using different colours. I know this sounds stupid. Using different colours, and we're actually going to use different shapes. So yeah, it won't be the same card, but let's see what happens. So we're still going to use the Cheerful Daisies stamp set, and mostly this big one. We're not going to use the outline, we're just going to use the solid image, okay? And we'll just grab our kit. So as I said, we're going to do the same card, but it's not going to be the same. So our base card, that looks too big actually, is soft seed foam. Looks too long. A little bit of excess off. Just looks a little bit too long. Yeah. That's better. Okay. That's a little bit better. Looks more proportioned. So that's our base card. Now, to create this look, I have die cut a scrap piece of paper, a shape, using the, I can't remember the name of them. Just bear with me. Where's our catalogue? Isn't that terrible? They're a standalone die set, nested essentials. Okie dokie, so that's them there. Page 165 of the annual catalogue. So that's what I've done here. Okie dokie. And I've sponged it with Fresh Freesia. This is, I think it is Highland Heather. And the base card here is Fresh Freesia as well. Okay, so we'll put that aside. We'll grab a scrap of paper. I don't think we'll need this, but we'll leave it there for the moment. Now, in this instance, as I said, we're not going to use this shape. We're going to use the circles. So I've already pre-die cut a circle from scrap paper using the circle in the Stylish Shapes, my most used dies. Okay, so what we're going to do is put that on there like that. Okie dokie. And I'm going to stick this down. I'll just grab some sticky tape. I'm just going to stick these down so that it doesn't move. Now, I know I'm using sticky tape, but I'm putting it on the wrong side, so it won't matter if it just tears a little bit. You could use washi tape if you're worried about it, or a little bit of masking tape, and I'm just going to put another piece down each side just so it doesn't move. Put that aside. going to bring in our blending brush. No, that's not what I want. That's wrong. I don't want that because I want it all over. So that's not a good start. Stick that down there. Take that off. Okay. Now we'll start again. So we've die cut a scrap piece of paper using the stylish dies, okay, and we end up with two, so we can use this one or we can use this one as our masks. We're going to use the circle, okay. So first up, I'm actually going to grab some sticky tape and we're just going to turn this over so that it's sticky both sides. I'm going to take some of this off. You could use a little bit of masking tape if you wanted to, but or washi tape. Now we'll just stick that about there, I think. So let's stick that about there. We're not sticking that down real hard, it's only very light. Now, we've got lemon lolly here, and we're just going to tap, tap, tap. This is where we want our scrap piece of paper. Tap, 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 and all we're going to do is blend colour over onto our basic white. And what will happen is we will have a white circle. Oops. See the white circle? A white circle in the middle. Now, when I'm blending, I always blend off or start off first. And then I'll bring it over. Now just take your time. And if there's any questions, I will answer them afterwards. Usually I'm very light-handed, but this must be because it's so inky or juicy, the ink pad, that it's coming out a little bit darker than what I thought, but that's okay. Now, I have got white spaces through here, but I'm fine with that too, because you're not going to notice it once we put our card together. And it gives it just that little bit more interest. So I'm just going over this to blend it out just that little bit more. Okay. And that's it. That will do us. That away. Then we're going to grab our mask, and we're going to very, very gently pull that away. You pull it away too hard, you're going to tear your cardstock, okay? So that's that. So that's done like that. Looks like the sun, doesn't it? So we'll do away with this sheet too. Then what we're going to do is pull this off. We're going to grab a marker, okay? And we might go for, I want to do lemon lolly, but I'm thinking we might go for a darker colour, and we might do crushed curry, hey? I don't know how that's going to look, but let's try it. So all I'm doing is putting the tip into the top of the cap and just very gently flicking, because I don't want to break the nib on my marker. And that's it. I don't want a lot, I just want a little bit. And we'll put a little bit more. Okay, and I've gone over the circle as well. Now, if you didn't want your circle to have it on, leave your mask on and then do this, okay? So then what we're going to do is grab our images, and we're going to use soft sea foam. Actually, what we might do first is our flower. That way we'll know how far to do our stem. And we're using fresh freesia. So we'll just tap, tap, tap this. I'm doing part on, part off. I should have put a what do you call it? Foam mat. I'm probably too late now. Let's see if I can do this. I will just get a nicer image. That's better. Oh, that's pretty actually. I wasn't too sure how it would look, but that's quite pretty. I'm happy with that. Then what we'll do is grab our stem, and we're going to stamp this in soft sea foam, eh? Sorry, we just lost internet for a minute. It's been happening a lot since we had a lot of rain. And it always happens when we get rain. Then we'll stamp our stem. Just like that. And we're going to stamp a couple of leaves, still with our soft sea foam. One up there. And we'll do one down here. Nice. And then we'll do our middle, which is lemon lolly. Actually, no, you know what? Let's do crushed curry. Seeing as though we flicked it with the crushed curry, let's do the crushed curry. Ignore my crushed curry. That's the way it is. Okay. Oh, I was just going to say, my image is gone. Okay. I don't mind it like that because I get variegation through it. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, that'll do, that's okay. Maybe we should have stuck with the lemon lolly, but that's okay. Then what we're going to do is stamp our sentiment, okay? And we're going to use, we'll still use the same image, wishing you the brightest birthday. And we will stamp that. What will we stamp it in? Let's do Fresh Freesia, I think. Fresh Freesia. I'm just going to fix this up a little bit since I had to move it. That better? I hope that's better. Okay. Yeah. So we'll put this about here, I think. I don't want it right down the bottom. I want part of it onto that white circle. Yeah. Okay. Then what we're going to do is grab our stylish shapes and we're going to grab a circle, okay? And I think we might grab this one. And I'm going to go and chop this out, okay? So just bear with me while we do this. Whoops. Now, when I've done this, I actually made sure that, just put this away. I can't do two things at once. I just made sure that I got part of the flower and not just all the yellow background. Okie dokie. Then what we'll do is, I think I was actually going to, I thought I might have. I've done that on the wrong piece of white. But that's all right. We might be able to chop that back, eh? See how we go. I'm hoping it's not chopped back too much. Oh, I've just snuck that in there. Oops. I'm just trying to remember what the measurements were in my head. I think that's right. I might just sneak this in. No, I think that's right. Where's our piece of this is Pearl Party, and I think I was actually going to sponge Pearl Party over it to begin with. instead of lemon lolly. But do you know what? I'm quite liking the lemon lolly because it looks bright and sunny. Okay. So let's stick this bit down, eh? And then we'll stick it onto our base card. Now we're going to go around that edge of the circle because we want that stuck down too. So just be careful when you put glue around that edge because we don't want it to seep through onto our card. Okie dokie. Whoops. I've just got to plug this in. I don't want our, I hope this isn't going to interfere. I've just got to plug our phone in. There you go. It just told me I was running out of power. Okay. Then what we're going to do is put this onto our base card. Yep, that's still looking okay. I would have, personally myself, I would have been happier with the Pill Party, but it is what it is. Then this piece, we're going to pop up, okie dokie. So we'll just grab some dimensionals. Just 3 will do. And when we pop it back in, we're going to be very careful on how we do it, and as we want all the images to line up perfectly. Just like that, okay? And then press down once you're happy. So see all those images have lined up perfectly now, okie dokie. And then to finish it off, we're going to add some bling. In this instance, we're going to use the brass butterflies. Grab our take a pick tool. We'll use one big one here. Whoops. Just put him there for the moment. One there. And we'll grab a little one and we'll put it right there. Might even put another one up here, eh? What about on the petal? And of course you've got to have odd numbers, so we'll put that there. And then once you're happy with the placement, I always press down then. Oops. No sticky back on that. Oh, there's the sticky back. Put the sticky back there now. Now I'll just put this away. And that is our card. But before you go, what we'll do is the inside, eh, and our envelope. So we'll still use the Fresh Freesia. And we'll Stamp our flower We'll just stamp the flower only, eh? There, and our envelope. And for the inside, we're just going to do the lemon lolly. I just want to see how it looks. Okay, so we'll just stamp off a little bit there so we don't contaminate our lemon lolly. That's one. Two. And we will add this to the inside of our card. Just like that. Now we have got a bigger border around it than usual, only because silly me used the wrong size on the front of our card, but it's turned out okay. And the more I look at it, the more I'm liking the lemon lolly background. Okay, so that's our card that we've just done. That's the card we've taken it from, which we did on Monday in our class. Now, with the leftover piece, when I die cut my shape, this is the second card that I created. This is Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock. It's been sponged in Lost Lagoon, stamped in Pretty Peacock, and the sentiment is Pretty Peacock too. And I actually just scribbled around the edge and around the shape with the Pretty Peacock Stampin' Right marker, okay? And it's been finished off with the iridescent pearls. So that's those two cards. They're the originals, okie dokie. And this is the card we've done today. Now I am going to create another card using the leftover piece, and I will post that on my blog at a later date. Okie dokie. Now all the details for this card will be on my blog probably next week, but until then, enjoy your day and we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks for joining me. See ya. All right.